I remember the first time I made money online, it was $47. And I know that sounds like absolutely nothing. Like, wow, $47, congratulations. You can almost afford a pizza and a tank of gas. But that $47 changed my entire life. Not because of the amount, but because of what it proved. It proved that some random kid sitting in his bedroom in front of a computer could create something, put it on the internet, and receive actual money in return. No boss, no schedule, no uniform, no asking for permission, just me, a laptop, and an internet connection. And once that clicked in my brain, everything changed. Because if I can make $47, I can make 100. And if I can make 100, I can make 500. And if I can make 500, I can make 1,000. If I can make 1,000 as a teenager, then what's stopping me from making 10,000 or 50,000 or more as I get older and better at this? That first dollar is the hardest dollar you'll ever make online. But once you make it, the second one comes a little easier, and the third one even easier. And before you know it, you're making money in your sleep from content you made weeks ago. And that's a feeling that no part-time job at a fast food restaurant will ever give you. So today I want to give you the most honest, practical, no BS guide to making your first $1,000 online as a teenager. Not some theoretical stuff from a 35-year-old guru who made his money selling courses about making money. This is coming from a 17-year-old who actually did it, who went from zero to over $30,000 in about 2 years. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I would do if I had to start completely from scratch today with $0, 0 followers, 0 skills, and 0 experience. Just a phone, an internet connection, and the willingness to put in the work. And before we get into the methods, I need to get something out of the way first, because I think this is where most people mess up before they even start. The first thing you need to understand is that making money online is not easy. I know that contradicts every thumbnail and title you've ever seen on YouTube. Every guru out there is trying to convince you that there's some secret shortcut that makes everything effortless, that you just need to follow their 5-step framework and money will start falling from the sky. But that's a lie. And the reason they tell you it's easy is because that's what gets clicks. That's what sells courses. Nobody's going to pay $500 for a course that says this is going to be really hard and you probably won't see results for 6 months. But that's the truth. It is hard. It does take time. And most people who try will quit before they see any results. I'm not saying that to discourage you. I'm saying it so you have realistic expectations going in. Because the number one reason people fail at making money online is not that they chose the wrong method or the wrong niche. It's that they expected results in 2 weeks, didn't get them, and gave up. So promise me something before we go any further. If you decide to try any of the things I'm about to talk about, commit to it for at least 6 months. Not 2 weeks, not a month. 6 months of consistent effort before you even think about quitting. Because that's roughly how long it takes for things to start clicking. That's how long it took me. And that's how long it takes most people who actually end up making real money. 6 months. Can you commit to that? If yes, then let's get into it. All right, method number 1. And this is the one that I personally used to make most of my money. It's short form content creation, specifically making YouTube shorts and TikTok videos. Now I know what you're thinking. Everybody and their grandmother is trying to be a content creator. It's oversaturated. It's impossible to stand out. And you're right that it's competitive. But here's what most people get wrong. They think content creation means you need to be on camera, that you need to be attractive, that you need expensive equipment, that you need some unique personality that makes people want to watch you. And for some types of content, yeah, that's true. But the type of content that I make and the type that I think is the easiest entry point for teenagers requires none of that. You don't need to show your face. You don't need a fancy camera. You don't even need a computer. You can do this entirely from your phone. What I do is I find moments in sports that people already care about. Things like the craziest plays, the smartest moments, the rarest things that have happened in a specific sport. And I make short videos breaking them down in an entertaining way with narration over clips. That's it. That's the entire business model. Find moments people care about, explain them in an engaging way, post them consistently. And the reason this works is because the content is about the topic, not about me. People aren't clicking because of my face or my personality. They're clicking because they want to see the craziest moment in NFL history or the smartest play in baseball. The topic does the heavy lifting. I just package it in a way that's entertaining and keeps people watching. Now, sports isn't the only niche you can do this in. You could do this with gaming highlights. You could do it with movie breakdowns. You could do it with true crime. You could do it with science facts. You could do it with history. You could do it with psychology. You could do it with celebrity moments. Literally any topic where there are interesting moments or stories that people want to hear about. The format stays the same. Find something interesting. Write a short script about it. Record a voiceover or use text-to-speech. Put it over relevant clips or footage. Edit it to be fast-paced and engaging. Post it. That's the process. And here's exactly how you would start from absolute zero. Step 1. Pick a niche that you're genuinely interested in. Don't pick something just because you think it'll make money. Pick something you actually enjoy because you're going to be making hundreds of videos about it, and if you don't care about the topic, you're going to burn out within a month. Step 2. Find 3 to 5 channels in that niche that are already doing well with shorts. Study them obsessively. What topics are they covering? How long are their videos? What do their hooks look like? How do they structure the narration? What kind of music do they use? What's their editing style? Write all of this down. You're building a blueprint based on what's already proven to work. Step 3. Make your first video. Use your phone. Download CapCut, which is completely free. Find clips related to your topic. You can screen record from YouTube, use royalty-free footage, or find clips on social media. Write a short script. 100 to 200 words for a 30 to 60 second video. Record a voiceover using your phone's voice recorder, or use an AI voice if you don't want to use your own voice. Edit it together in CapCut. Add background music, add captions, and post it. Your first video is going to be bad. I promise you. Mine was terrible. But you have to post it anyway because the only way to get better is to get reps in. Step 4. Post every single day for 30 days straight. I know that sounds like a lot, but short form content doesn't take that long to make. Once you get the process down, you can make a video in 30 to 45 minutes. 1 video a day. That's less time than you spend scrolling TikTok. And volume is the most important thing in the beginning because you're learning with every single video. You're getting faster at editing. You're getting better at hooks. You're understanding what topics perform well and which ones flop. You can't learn any of this by making 1 video a week. You need volume. Step 5. After 30 days, look at your analytics. Which videos got the most views? Which ones had the highest retention? Which ones got the most engagement? Double down on what's working and stop doing what isn't. This is where most people mess up. They keep posting random stuff without ever analyzing what's actually resonating with their audience. Be strategic about this. The data will tell you exactly what to make more of. Now, here's the realistic timeline for making money with this method. You will probably make $0 in your first 1 to 2 months, maybe even 3 months. YouTube Shorts requires you to have 1,000 subscribers and a certain number of views before you can even get monetized. TikTok requires you to be in their Creator Rewards program, which has its own requirements. So in the beginning, you're working for free. And that's the part where most people quit. They post for a month, make $0, and decide it doesn't work. But if you keep going, if you keep posting every day and keep improving, somewhere around month 3 to 5, things start to pick up. You start getting more views. Your videos start getting pushed by the algorithm. You hit the monetization requirements. And suddenly those daily videos that you've been posting for months start generating revenue. My first real month of income was about $47. The next month it was around $200, then $500, then $1,500. It builds slowly and then it accelerates. Your first $1,000 from content creation will probably come somewhere between month 4 and month 8, depending on how consistently you post and how quickly you improve. It's not fast money, but it's real money. And once the machine is running, it keeps paying you for content you already made. All right, method number 2, freelancing. This is probably the fastest way to make your first $1,000 if you have a skill or you're willing to learn one quickly. And when I say freelancing, I mean selling a service to someone who needs it. You do work for them, they pay you. Simple. Now the question is, what skill can a teenager actually sell? And the answer is more than you think. Let me give you some specific ones. Video editing. This is probably the #1 skill that teenagers can monetize right now. Every single content creator on every single platform needs video editors, and there aren't enough good ones. If you can learn to edit videos well, you will have no shortage of clients. And you don't need to be some professional Hollywood editor. You just need to be able to cut a video together, add captions, add music, make it look clean and engaging. You can learn this in 2 to 3 weeks of watching tutorials and practicing. Thumbnail design. Every YouTuber needs thumbnails, and most of them are terrible at making them. If you can learn Photoshop or even Canva and understand what makes a thumbnail clickable, you can charge $20 to $50 per thumbnail. And some designers charge over $100 per thumbnail once they build a reputation. Script writing. This one is underrated, but incredibly valuable. Creators need writers who can craft hooks, structure stories, and keep viewers watching. If you're good at writing and you understand what makes YouTube videos engaging, you can sell this skill. Social media management. Small businesses, local restaurants, real estate agents, dentists, gyms, all of these businesses know they need to be on social media, but most of them have no idea what they're doing. If you can manage their Instagram or TikTok account and post content for them a few times a week, you can charge $300 to $500 per month per client. Get 3 clients and that's $1,000 to $1,500 a month. Here's how you actually start freelancing from zero. Step 1. Pick 1 skill and learn it. Not 5 skills. 1. Focus entirely on getting good at that one thing. Give yourself 2 to 3 weeks of intensive learning. Watch tutorials, practice, create sample work. Step 2. Build a small portfolio. You don't need paying clients to have a portfolio. Edit 3 to 5 videos for free. Design 10 thumbnails for existing YouTube videos. Write 2 sample scripts. Create the work as if you already had clients. Step 3. Start reaching out. This is the part that scares most people, but it's honestly not that hard. Find small to medium creators on YouTube or TikTok who are growing but clearly need help with their editing or thumbnails or whatever skill you're offering. Send them a DM or an email. Something simple. Don't write a 5-paragraph essay. Just say something like, "Hey, I really enjoy your content. I noticed your thumbnails could be leveled up and I made a sample one for your latest video. If you like it, I'd love to help out." That's it. You're offering value before asking for anything. Most people won't respond. Some will. And out of those some, a few will become your first clients. Step 4. Once you land your first client, even if it's for cheap or even free, deliver amazing work. Over-deliver. Make them so happy that they tell other creators about you. Word of mouth is the best marketing in freelancing. 1 good client can lead to 3 more, and 3 more can lead to 10. The realistic timeline for making $1,000 freelancing is actually faster than content creation. If you spend 2 to 3 weeks learning a skill, 1 to 2 weeks building a portfolio and reaching out, and then land a few clients, you could realistically hit $1,000 within 2 to 3 months. Some people do it even faster. The key is actually starting the outreach. Most people learn the skill, build a portfolio, and then never actually reach out to anyone because they're scared of rejection. Don't be that person. Rejection is just part of the process. For every 50 DMs you send, maybe 5 will respond. And out of those 5, maybe 1 or 2 will become clients. That's normal. Just keep sending. Method number 3. And this one is a longer term play, but I think every teenager should know about it. Digital products. A digital product is something you create once and sell over and over again without any additional work. Think templates, guides, checklists, presets, planners. You make it once, put it on a platform, and every time someone buys it, you get paid. For example, if you're good at Notion, you can create productivity templates, study planners, habit trackers, budget trackers, and sell them on Gumroad or Etsy. People are literally buying Notion templates for $5 to $20 every single day. If you're good at video editing, you can create preset packs, transition packs, or sound effect bundles and sell them to other editors. If you know about personal finance, you can create a budgeting spreadsheet or an investing guide and sell it. The beauty of digital products is that there's no inventory, no shipping, no physical anything. You create it on your computer and it exists on the internet forever, generating income while you sleep or go to school or play Minecraft. Now here's the catch. Digital products are easy to create but hard to sell. The product itself might take you a few days to build, but the marketing is where 90% of the work happens. You need people to actually find and buy your product, and that's where having an audience helps massively. If you already have a YouTube channel or a TikTok following, you can promote your products to your existing audience. If you don't have an audience yet, you'll need to market it through other channels. Post about it on Twitter, share it in relevant Reddit communities, create TikTok videos showing off the product. The product won't sell itself. You have to put it in front of people. But once it starts selling, the income is almost entirely passive. You did the work once and you keep getting paid. For making your first $1,000 with digital products, it depends entirely on your marketing. If you have an audience, you could do it in a month. If you don't, it might take 3 to 6 months of consistent marketing. But the upside is that unlike freelancing where you trade time for money, digital products scale. You can sell the same template to 10,000 people without doing any additional work. Now I want to talk about something that none of the other how to make money videos talk about. And I think it might be the most important part of this entire video. It's the mindset shift that has to happen before any of this works. Because you can have the best method in the world, the best niche, the best strategy, and still fail if your mindset isn't right. And there are 3 mindset shifts that I had to make before I started seeing real results. The first one is stop thinking about money and start thinking about value. I know this sounds counterintuitive in a video about making money, but the people who make the most money online are the ones who are obsessed with providing value, not the ones who are obsessed with getting paid. When I first started, all I thought about was how much money I could make. Every video I posted, I was calculating how much ad revenue it would generate. Every day I checked my analytics to see if the numbers went up. And that obsession with money made me miserable because in the beginning, the money wasn't there. But when I shifted my focus to just making the best possible content I could make, to genuinely trying to entertain and inform the people watching, the money followed naturally. Because the algorithm rewards value. Videos that people actually enjoy watching get pushed to more people. And more people means more revenue. So stop asking how can I make money and start asking how can I provide so much value that money becomes a byproduct. That shift alone will change everything. The second mindset shift is embracing the fact that you're going to suck in the beginning. And I mean really suck. Your first videos will be embarrassing. Your first attempts at freelancing will be awkward. Your first digital product will probably be mediocre. And that's completely fine. Every single person who's making good money online right now went through a phase where their work was terrible. The difference is they kept going anyway. They didn't let the quality of their early work stop them from continuing. They understood that being bad at something is the first step to being good at something. So when you post your first video and it gets 12 views, don't feel bad about it. Feel proud that you posted it. When you reach out to a creator and they ignore your message, don't feel rejected. Feel proud that you had the courage to send it. The bar for success at the beginning is incredibly low. It's just to start and keep going. That's it. And the third mindset shift is understanding that this is a real business, not a hobby. And I think this is where a lot of teenagers mess up. They treat making money online as this casual thing they do when they feel like it. They post when they're motivated. They skip when they're not. They work on their skills for a few days and then take a 2-week break. And then they wonder why nothing is working. If you want to make real money, you need to treat this like a real business. Set a schedule and stick to it. Post consistently whether you feel like it or not. Track your analytics. Study your competition. Improve your skills every single week. Take it seriously. Because the people you're competing with are taking it seriously. And if you treat this as a hobby, you will get hobby results. If you treat it as a business, you will get business results. It's that simple. So let me wrap this all up by giving you a 90-day action plan. Something you can actually follow starting tonight. Days 1 through 7. Pick your method. Content creation, freelancing, or digital products. Pick one. Not all 3. 1. Then pick your niche. What topic or skill are you going to focus on? Spend this week researching, studying successful people in that space, and planning your approach. Days 8 through 14. Start creating. If you're doing content, make and post your first 7 videos. If you're freelancing, learn your skill and start building your portfolio. If you're doing digital products, start building your first product. The goal is to just get started and get your first reps in. Days 15 through 30. Find your rhythm. Post daily if you're doing content. Send 10 outreach messages a day if you're freelancing. Continue building and start marketing if you're doing digital products. This is where consistency starts to matter. Don't take breaks. Don't skip days. Show up every single day. Days 31 through 60. Analyze and adjust. Look at what's working and what isn't. Double down on the good stuff. Cut the bad stuff. This is where you start to see patterns. Certain topics perform better. Certain outreach messages get more responses. Certain products get more interest. Pay attention to the data and let it guide your decisions. Days 61 through 90. Scale. By now you should have some traction. Maybe not a lot, but some. Your first few dollars, your first client, your first sale. Whatever it is, it's proof that this works. Now it's about doing more of what's working and doing it better. Increase your posting frequency. Raise your prices. Create more products. This is where the compounding starts to kick in. And somewhere between day 60 and day 90 is where most people start to see their first real income. Maybe not $1,000 yet, but enough to know that you're on the right track. Look, making your first $1,000 online as a teenager is not going to be easy. I'm not going to pretend like it is. It's going to require patience. It's going to require consistency. It's going to require you to do things that are uncomfortable, like putting yourself out there, getting rejected, and producing work that you're not proud of. But it's also going to teach you more about the real world than any classroom ever will. It's going to teach you about marketing, psychology, value creation, persistence, and self-reliance. Skills that will serve you for the rest of your entire life, no matter what path you end up taking. And the best part is that you're starting at 15 or 16 or 17 or however old you are. Most people don't even think about this stuff until they're 25 or 30. You have a massive head start. Use it. Don't waste it scrolling TikTok and telling yourself you'll start next week. Start tonight. Open CapCut. Open Canva. Open a Google Doc. Do something. Because 6 months from now, you'll either be glad you started today or you'll be wishing you had. And I don't want you to be the person wishing. If you found any value in this video, drop a comment telling me which method you're going to try. I read every single comment and I'll try to help you out with any questions you have. And if you want to see more content like this, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep making videos about making money, building something as a teenager, and navigating life in 2026. All over Minecraft because honestly this game makes everything better. That's all for today. I'll see you in the next one.